That last carry, here's 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's the Jets punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now Lawrence. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Lawrence will throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And it'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, cause a little bit jumping. You understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. And I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Lawrence. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started. The way that they're going about doing things right now, they've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. ETN up the middle. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, Haywood! Go!
Now Lawrence to throw. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end. Being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Ready?
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Play action. It's Lawrence. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line. Now Lawrence. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
But to throw again is Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And a short gain here down to the 22. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Ready?
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Lawrence now to throw after that last run. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this one is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Wilson. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And the Jaguars send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one. Jets
offense coming up now to start their next drive. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2nd and 5. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And this is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. And they'll run with Etienne. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trayvon Walker. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Another tote for Etienne. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10. At about the 32. They go play action now. Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. And the
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting... Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On play action, Lawrence. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back in the 32. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached and intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready, set.
A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Hey, let's go. Hey.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They go play action with Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number.
Ready. I said it, let's go.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Wilson. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern.
Let's go. Copper, 66.
Again, Wilson. The quick slant caught. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 20. The McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th. And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Anything to make of this or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week and now a 3rd.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight, all the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Touchdown, Jets. from 19 yards away. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. And McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the fourth, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey,
On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 54 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to the ground with Etienne. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by Wilson. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
On 1st down, Wilson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Trayvon Walker getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to him. Other times you have extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts.